Peace, peace, peace. What's good? I'm just taking a walk right now in the jungle. Getting lost. I've never been this way, so might as well check it out. And I'm just thinking about different things in life and how everything boils down to whether we love ourselves or not. Everything does. I was even thinking about, even the food that we eat, the things that we watch, what we choose to consume, which consuming can be in so many different ways. What we choose to accept, what we choose to allow, what we choose to not allow. Everything boils down to the meter of our self-love. Whether it's low or whether it's high. When you really value yourself and you really truly cherish who you are and honor who you are, honor your life, honor your temple, honor your being, honor your mind, honor your eyes, honor your ears, honor your mouth. And there's so many things that we just will not even think about entertaining or put up with or allow or choose to do, or situations that we won't choose to put ourselves in, because we're coming from a place of self-love. We're coming from a place of honoring ourselves, honoring our truth, honoring who we are, honoring the fact that we came here to this life to be, to breathe, to accept ourselves and love ourselves fully. There's been so many things in my life that in the past, I didn't have my meter high of self-love, and that's why I chose to do different things. I chose to allow different things. I chose to react in different ways. I chose to entertain different things. I chose to consume different things, because I wasn't coming from a place of honoring myself, honoring my energy, honoring everything as energy. I'll say it a million times and say it a million times more. Everything for me changed. One specific situation changed everything for me in my life, which I still have not talked about. I still haven't shared. I don't know why. I feel like I'll feel it within me when it's the right time to share what it is that, like those moments where people say I died, and when I opened my eyes again, I was not the same person anymore. And I had a really crazy, a really valuable experience that was very difficult for me, but it really changed so much within me. It changed so much within me. I was literally not the same person anymore. However, I don't know where I am. I'm gonna turn around right here. Come on, Shelby girl. Come on, Shelby. Come with me. I might pause it really quick because there's a car coming by. So it was after this experience that I had that really woke my soul and my spirit up, and it literally shook me awake. And I started to go within myself, and that's when I started being guided into these individuals who have helped humanity awaken to their true selves, to the true essence, to the trueness of what this reality I don't ever know how to really say it. Reality, it's not what we think it is, but the reality. I came across Nikola Tesla, and when I tell you that learning that energy, frequency, and vibration is everything, and that literally holds the secrets to the universe, I started to see everything as energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything. And that helped me see the world in a different way, where I'm realizing that everything is just it's just a frequency, it's just an energy, it's just vibrating at a certain frequency. I don't know. It's vibrating at a certain speed that's creating this energy. And that's all it comes down to. I forgot why I was even talking about energy, frequency, and vibration. Definitely we're about, I don't know actually. Somehow I got lost there. But yeah. When I started to see everything as that, as it is, as energy, frequency, and vibration, I started to view life as like an electrical plug, as me being an electrical plug and an outlet at the same time. I even wrote a poem about this, which is probably better if I read it, but I don't have it right now, where I explained it easier. It's like we're electromagnetic beings. I'm gonna pause really quick because there's a car coming. We're electromagnetic beings, so we're electricity, and we're also plugs that we give off electricity. We're giving energy to people, or people are giving energy to us, or they're draining us of our energy. Many times we're plugging into things. We are plugging our voltage, our electricity into something else. We're plugging it into these plugs of energy, and they're either draining our energy or they're feeding us more energy. Things can plug into us and it either takes from our energy, or it's a balance where it's equal give and take. It's giving to me and I'm giving to it. Or it could plug into you and take from your energy and drain you from your energy. It's like if someone plugs up their phone on your plug and charges up their phone, but then now your phone battery is drained because you gave that person away your energy. And I think of it in the sense of everything that you can think of, and in this way. I mean, not necessarily specifically this way, but in a sense. Music, movies, friends, environments, food. It's like, okay, is this source of energy going to feed me energy, or is it going to be taking from my energy, or is it going to be an equal give and take where I'm going to give and I'm also going to receive? And there is an energy vampire within everything. And everything boils down to self-love. Oh my gosh, this girl, look at this girl. She's in the puddle. Shelby, are you serious right now? Can you see her? I really hope you can see this girl right now. Oh, I can't zoom in. She's just... Girl, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, she looks like she's gonna just... She loves to lay on water, like with her belly. I hope. Okay. I was like, no, that can't be this moment. Oh my gosh. So everything that we plug ourselves into is a direct reflection of our self-love. If I'm gonna plug myself into something that I know is draining, it doesn't feed me anything. It doesn't feed my soul, my mind, my spirit. And if it feeds my body, is it actually feeding me? Is it actually nourishing me, nourishing my soul? Or is it just stagnant energy that's actually taking from us? That takes from us. I know that my self-love grew when I began to care about what I was putting into my body, when I began to care about what I was consuming, what I was eating, what was on my plate. When I was lacking self-love, I really didn't care. I was just like, I don't care, it's food. If it tastes good, I don't care. I've been picky, but I've not been as picky as I should have if I really loved and cared about myself. Many times I see that people just don't care about what's going into their body. It's just like, well, if it tastes good, or I've been eating it all my life, or this is what I grew up eating, or it's a tradition that we make this every single year, blah, 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 blah. But is it good for you? Is it really helping you? Is it nourishing you? And if it's not nourishing you, then of course it's not nourishing anybody else who's eating it. If it's in your family, then why don't we love ourselves and love those around us to be like, look, what you're eating is harming you. You're plugging yourself into this food that is actually draining you of all the energy, and it's not giving you any good energy that you can, that helps you fight diseases, that helps you fight illnesses, that gives you energy to go throughout your day, that doesn't make you lazy and want to take a nap right after you eat or make you feel sluggish or heavy. That doesn't cause all of these diseases, because that's what diseases come from. Not only what we eat, it's a mixture. It's not only what we eat, but what we eat also has an effect on how we're thinking, how our mind is able to receive this energy from outside, how it's able to receive the energy that's going on within here. The food tugs at your emotions. You're eating energy. Emotions are energy. If everything's energy, then everything boils down to what energy you're consuming. We're eating not me, I don't eat any of that stuff, but when you're choosing to eat things, like for example, it sounds horrible, but when you're choosing to eat dead animal, you're eating the energy of their emotions. You're eating the energy of what emotions were trapped within their body when they were alive, the things that they were fed, the way that they were treated. You're eating all of that energy. So of course, you're gonna sometimes have these reactions, emotional reactions, of feeling angry, feeling sad, feeling frustrated, feeling all these things, because it's coming from the energy that you've already put into your body. And when we are coming from a place of self-love for ourselves, we love everything outside of us too. You don't ever want to go and harm an animal for it to give you what you think you need in your body to survive. It's a lie that we need protein. It's a lie that anything needs to die for us to be able to eat and survive. I'm not eating to survive. I'm eating to live. A really big part of me also, and it comes from my own self-love too, where I love myself to, I don't want to be a part of different energies. I don't want to be a part of the energy or the collective that believes that things need to die in order to feed us. Why must something have to die in order for me to eat? I don't want to be a part of any sacrifice. I don't want to ever believe that anything needs to be sacrificed in order for something to be. And this can go in many different ways. But for me, in my life, in my beliefs, in my universe, within me, and coming from a place of love, I know that nothing needs to really be sacrificed. Yes, there's different things that we must do. Like, for example, me coming to live to Mexico. I needed to leave the US. I needed to leave that behind in order to come over here. And some people, in their eyes and their perception, it might be perceived as a sacrifice. Like if I had to make a sacrifice, but for me, it's not considered a sacrifice. If something is meant to be, and I need to make some kind of changes for that to happen, then I'm not going to view it as a sacrifice. I'm just going to view it as something that's a part of, it's just a part of it. But it's not a sacrificial thing. It's just a part of the evolution. It's a part of the change. It's a part of the growth. It's a part of, just like the trees, you can think that every single summer, every single fall, every single season, that they have to sacrifice their leaves when they change colors, and then when they lose their leaves and they shed their leaves. Some people might perceive it like that's a sacrifice. But for me, it's like, that's just a part of them existing. That's just a part of them being. And I know that if trees could speak in our language, because they do speak, but if they could speak in our language, they would tell us, like, I'm not sacrificing anything. It's serving a purpose. It's serving a purpose for everything that feeds off of it, everything that has a home within it. It's just, trees are shelter for so many things we don't even know. There's things that we can't even really see with our eyes. And it's all a part of that. It's all a part of it. And it's like, sometimes if you think about it in different ways, viewing things as a sacrifice could make the other thing that is considered the sacrifice feel less than. Like if it's a person, if the US was a person and Mexico was a person, it would be like if I'm leaving behind that person, the US, and it would be like I'm sacrificing you for something over here, for something better, or for whatever it is. And I mean, then there's always going to be greater than and less than if we're thinking of it in that way. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. And I don't even know how I got to that topic, but it's just flowing. We're just flowing. Going back to talking about how everything comes down to self-love. When you choose to stay in that relationship that you know is not good for you, and you choose to stay with that person that you know is not serving you, serving your soul, serving your spirit in a beautiful way, not in a way that's like causing you to go into healing mode, causing you to go into hermit mode, causing you to go into constant self-reflection, constant sadness, so that you can grow. I mean, there's something we can learn from everything and everyone in every situation. But there's also choices to that. It's like if there's a hole right in front of me, and first day I tripped over the hole. Okay, now I know that the hole is there. Next day I come around and I trip over the hole again. Well, I already knew that the hole was there. I'm still continuing to go through it. I'm still continuing to have to go through the motions of maybe scratching myself, maybe scraping myself, or even the thought of like, man, I did this again. That's even draining for our spirit to feel over and over and over again, when you're constantly deciding to trip into this hole that you know is there already. It's like, you know the hole is there. Why are you going to continue to have to fall into it and pull yourself up out of it again, and have to continue to do that? We can have a choice where it's like, now I know this hole is here. Either I can feel it so that I can just continue walking through this path smoothly again, or I could just choose to take a new path, or I could just choose to just walk around it and not put myself through that struggle anymore. Not put myself through falling through that hole and having to yank myself up and having to dust myself off and having to be a little upset with my own self because I already knew that the hole was there, and I continued to choose to not love myself enough and say, like, you know what, I don't deserve to keep falling in this hole, and choose to go around it or choose to fill the hole up. So that it's like the metaphor of filling the hole up is like healing the wound, so that you don't ever have to, even if you choose to take that path again, you don't have to keep seeing the hole that reminds you of every single time you kept falling in the hole. It's like a renewal in a sense. And it does come from self-love. Choosing to want better for yourself in your life. Choosing to listen to better things that help you, that bring a sense of feeling good to you, that enhance you feeling good. Loving yourself enough. Loving yourself, I don't want to say enough, feels weird actually. Enough, because it's like, I don't think there's any enough of anything. And it's not about loving ourselves enough. It's just loving ourselves the way we should be. 444. When we choose to see our choices as a reflection of our self-love, maybe we'll start to make different choices. When we choose to see things as us, if I hurt something outside of me, I'm hurting myself, and that's a reflection of how much love within myself I have. Because when others hurt someone else, it's a reflection of how much they're either hurting within their own selves too. When someone is choosing to take care of themselves, nourish themselves, choosing to feel good, choosing to hang out with people who also feed their soul and their spirit, that helps, that enhances them feeling good, that chooses to only use things that are good for their body, for their mind and their spirit, high quality natural things. When people choose to only eat foods that are healthy and nourishing and feed our soul and our spirit and our body and our minds, that's a reflection of how much that person loves themselves. And that's how I carry myself too. It's like, I've been at points, so many points in my life, where I wasn't coming from a place of love, self-love. And because of that, I made different choices. I made different decisions that is like, wow. You could just tell I didn't love myself enough. That at that point was not loving myself enough. Like, I didn't even love myself just a little bit more than what I needed to make a different choice, to make a different decision, to choose to not treat another person in a certain way. Because I don't want to be treated that way either. When we treat others as kind as we treat ourselves, then only kindness comes out. When we're gentle with ourselves, then we also are gentle with others. And when we are making conscious choices of choosing from a place of self-love, then we're also radiating that and reflecting that onto others for them to also make choices and decisions based off of self-love. We remind others to love yourself, care about yourself, care about your well-being, care about what's going into your body, because this is the only vehicle that we have here on earth. Why in the world are we not going to take care of it? We can't go like we take our cars into shops and have them fix it. I mean, I guess sometimes you consider that a hospital, which we shouldn't even, unless you have your arm cut open or something, then we shouldn't be needing any hospitals. We're all meant to be our own doctor. We're all meant to be our own healer. We are all self-healers, but we need to give our body the tools that it needs to be able to heal itself. And when we love ourselves enough, then we want to give ourselves everything that we need to be able to fight back all the bacteria, fight back all the diseases, fight back all the illnesses, because they honestly won't even exist in your world anymore. Because you vibrate from such a high frequency of love. It's so true. It's so deep, where we don't need any doctors. We don't need any of that. We really don't. We should all go back to the basics. Go back to the basics where we knew natural medicine. The medicine grows from our earth. Food grows from our earth. Source loves us so much that it gave us everything that we need to live healthy, to live free, to live whole, to live in love. That's like our main ingredient, love. And when we can continue to vibrate from the place of love, that guides us into everything else that we need. It's so cliche, which is ridiculous that it's cliche, to say that love is the answer. It's true. Love is the answer. If there was self-love in the world, there wouldn't be any separation. There wouldn't be any wars. There wouldn't be people fighting. There wouldn't be... This whole world would be so different. Everything would be so different. There wouldn't be this music out there that's so horrible and just disgusting. It's like disgusting, honestly. There wouldn't be any of that. There wouldn't be people doing people wrong. There wouldn't be people any of those things. Nothing you can think of. Think about it. If there was love within everything, what would exist that is not of that nature? It would solve the problems of everything. And it's not about us solving the problem within anything else other than ourselves. We solve the little, I don't even want to say it's an issue, but like we make some small tweaks within ourselves to love ourselves, to start with ourselves. Love yourself, because it all starts here first. Love yourself first. Embrace yourself, value yourself, cherish yourself, honor yourself, and then everything else will come along. I promise. This message was all over the place, and I don't know where my dog went. I gotta go find her. So I'm gonna leave this message here. It was a good reminder for me also. 333, everything always is. I love. Also, the reminder to myself to love myself, because that's gonna help me with my choices along my day, along my path, along my journey. So I'm just here to remind you, love yourself. You're worth it. You're deserving of all the love there is, but first we need to give it to ourselves. We have to. And the more we love ourselves, the more capable we are of receiving love from others. Because others can only love us to the limit that we love ourselves. And without any limitations of self-love, then we're open to an abundance of love. Much love to you. Peace.